Right, so getting there now. We'll take the coil off, we'll take the fuel tank and oil tank off, and the flywheel and the clutch today, so we'll pull that out there. Fuel tank, take the coil off. It's just two T27 Torx. So yeah. Push this cable through there. There we go. Ignition module, coil, whatever you want to call it. Right, we'll go for flywheel next. That way I can then get the oil tank off. So, out, take this little thing off, not sure what you call that, and piston stop. So I plug piston stop like that. Now I would definitely recommend not using one of them, because this is what happens. You get a hole in the top of your piston. Not all the time, but sometimes. So it's not worth it in the slightest. Go ahead and order yourself one of these locking strips, piston stop. Best invention ever. A little bit of plastic. And it just pops in there. You can feel it locking on top of the piston there. We'll just take that bolt off. We'll just loosen it. Just now. Loosen it maybe a turn. Not too much, you don't want to strip any threads, so pop the socket back on there. Good crack with a hammer. Flywheel off. There you go. Now we can take the oil tank out, it just pulls out. That's that. On the other side, we'll go ahead and take the clutch off. try to do this for the camera. There we go. Little washer, clutch drum, sprocket, and your little needle bearing is there. Keep all that together. Same process for the clutch. Put your locking strip in. And we're going to turn it because obviously the clutch is going to come off the opposite direction. That is your actual plug spanner size. But for camera's sake, I've got a little bit more leverage, so I'm not standing all over the bit of wood, a plug spanner, high tech, and we're just going to put the pressure on here. There we go. Clockwise thread to take it off. There's your clutch. And your back washer. And your little oiler worm gear. Best thing ever. Recommend you get one. Now, where are we now? So we're pretty much there. We've got now we could take the tensioner off. Bring that in a little bit. Front tensioner. We'll take the 4 bolts off, holding the actual engine itself into the housing there. So 4 T27s in the bottom. Tight, I suppose. Very tight. Hang on. Jesus. Get this on my knee for a second. Please. My knee goes. One. Oh, geez, they're tight. I think I need a new impact wrench there. Bit of rubbish. Off. So that, everything's loose, we just need to pull this out here. Intake rubber there. It's in really tight as well. Right. We've nearly got her. is that? Come on, you little bugger. There we go. Oh, this has been a struggle, isn't it? Never mind. But I'm not going to separate this because I'm going to use it, and there's no point in me breaking any gaskets or seals or whatever. Basically, take your 4 bolts off, and the crankshaft and the piston just slides out there, obviously. So I'm going to keep that hole, and there's just one more thing. The little oil pump. So got just a little, I think it's an M5, and it just screws into the bottom of the oil pump there. All the way in, doesn't have to be tight up. I did have a little pry bar here. Somebody's away with it, so cardboard in there. Try with the hammer. First time for everything. There we go. Your little oil pump. I think it's an M5, and it just screws in there perfect. So that's us. Nothing else really to take off of here. I'm not going to take the rubbers out because you've seen how much hassle I had before, and I don't want to have to try and put them back in again. So here we go. That's us. Cheers.